All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Illinois Association for College Admission Counseling. And this is the virtual college fair powered by StriveScan. So if you want to ask any questions, you can do so by going to the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen and making sure that you type in any question you have at any time to any institution. So you don't have to only ask questions to the institution that is speaking and presenting at the time. Other than that, your camera and microphone are turned off, so you don't have to worry about any bad hair days or anything like that. We don't see you, but you can see us. And if you want to sign up for more sessions, we have some tomorrow. This is a 2-day event. You can do so by going to strivescan.com/Illinois. And if you want to backtrack and look at this recording at another time as well in the future, you can by going to the same page you registered on, and that will be available within about a week. So we are going to get started with our first presenter from Arizona State University, and we're going to allow them to get their screen share set up. And while they do that, just want to continue to encourage you to get that Q&A button going and asking those questions, but please address your question to the particular university that you want to answer it as well. So we'll get started with Arizona State.
I'm not sure if you can see it. Are you guys still going here? Give me a second.
Oh, you're totally fine.
There we go. Took me a minute to get going, get live. It's that cold weather here in Chicago.
Right.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jessica Lang. I am one of the Midwest Regional Coordinators. I'm located here in the Chicagoland area with the rest of you located in Naperville. My colleague Chelsea Flug is also a Midwest Regional Coordinator. And we both, reside here in Chicago. So thanks for joining us tonight. A little bit about ASU. ASU is a comprehensive public research university. It is measured by not by whom it excludes, but whom it includes and how they succeed. So what I love about ASU is we are a very inclusive university. Students really thrive and really find their path, what makes them succeed. We really breathe inclusivity, we breathe success, we breathe access, we breathe support. There's just so much to offer. And this is actually our charter that is sketched in stone throughout all of our campuses across the valley. What I love about ASU,
Jessica, not to cut you off, but I think you have if you want to swap the screen share, we can see the one with the notes, but we don't see the one you're clicking on.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry.
No, you're totally fine.
Thank you for letting me know. It's going forward on mine.
I know it's those dual monitors. It does that to me as well.
Sorry about that. Are we good now?
I see it popped up, but it's not big on the
technical difficulties here.
But with your cursor on that slide, you can actually just click through them and we'll be able to see them from there as well if you want to do that. There we go. You got it. Perfect.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Sorry about that. So I went through our charter. What I love about ASU, you'll see this buzzword throughout all of our campuses, is innovation. We're ranked #1 in the United States for innovation. That is a huge buzzword. It's on our shuttle buses, it's on billboards, it's everywhere across campus, it's on our website. We are a top tier 1 research-based institution. So the way the technology is today, it's evolving, and ASU is in the hub of the innovation in the country. What I also love about Arizona State University is that we are #4 of public universities in the U.S. for first year experience. So what that means is inside and outside the classroom matches together, and it's easy to collaborate throughout many different facets of all of the campuses that we offer, which we'll touch on here in a minute. You build it how you want it. You customize your education. What I also love about our innovation is that the partnerships that we have formed. We don't have a medical school at ASU, and people might be like, no, it's not great. for a student that wants medical school. But it is huge because of all the partnerships we have. For instance, one example is Mayo Clinic. We have developed a partnership through Mayo Clinic and to have internships and research and so many different opportunities. And that's just one example. We are ranked highly in the area. We have one of the largest college fairs in the country as well, and career fairs that students can go to as well. I mentioned our campuses. At ASU, you'll be in a thriving city with access to everything. We are ranked #1, and actually Scottsdale is ranked #1 place to find a job in the United States. We're in the top 5, or the 5th largest city in the country. And as far as the campuses in the Valley, you'll see there are 4 different options, with a 5th option called Lake Havasu, which is about 4-hour drive from the Valley area. We have our Tempe campus, our Polytechnic campus, our downtown campus, and our West campus. We do have a free shuttle service that goes to all of our campuses, which is great. They have Wi-Fi on there. You can sit and do homework. Our Tempe campus is about 15-20 minutes from the airport. So when you fly from Chicago, land right in Phoenix, it's a pretty quick drive to our Tempe campus. Each campus has their own flavor, their own feel, their own vibe, and we'll touch on that here in a second. But of course, being from Chicago, the #1 big draw is that our average temperature is 75 degrees. I'll repeat, average temperature, 75 degrees. So there's a lot to do, not only on campus, but off campus with hiking, and Tempe Town Lake is close by. If you love to the outdoors, you're really, really going to love the Phoenix metro area with so much to do and so many things to utilize within the Phoenix area that we are in. As far as our campuses, our downtown Phoenix campus is hub to about 11,000, 12,000 students. Actually broke ground for a new dorm for upperclassmen. That's supposed to be done by the end of this year, which is exciting. But our downtown Phoenix campus is great as far as the location, because this campus houses a lot of our health science majors. So nursing majors, we have one of the top ranked journalism programs in the country that's actually located downtown. We have our law program there additionally. Our Polytechnic campus is another great option for students. This is a great campus for students who love to take things apart, analyze it, and put it back together. So engineering majors, business majors, and this campus has about 5,000 to 6,000 students, so a little bit of a smaller campus. And this one is located in Mesa, go Cubs, in Mesa, Arizona. And again, this is a really cool area in that it's kind of a desert arboretum. So there's a lot of cactus around. So you kind of feel like you're in a desert, which is great. Our West campus is our smallest campus, but what I love about it, it's a small campus with big school opportunity. You have all the opportunities that ASU has, but in this small campus with about 4,000 students. The big program here at our West campus is our forensics program. I did forget to mention at our Polytechnic campus, we have our aviation program, so students can not only be in the classroom, but walk out on the tarmac in the same day. So it's a great option for students who are looking for aviation. Our largest campus is our Tempe campus with our Pac-12 sports, go Sun Devils, with about 50,000 students. So we're really, really proud with all the educational opportunities that we do offer. So with all of our campuses together, we have over 70,000 students. And with our online population that we have as well, everything all together, over 100,000 student population. So we really thrive in a big educational environment, and there's so many opportunities for you. So again, depending on what campus or what major you pick will depict on what campus you go to. So a lot of our big majors, Tempe, are business majors. We have a sustainability major. It's very unique there. Engineering is large as well at our Tempe campus. We have over 400 different options within our campus model. As far as our community, we have over 15 clubs and organizations, so lots to get involved in, really customize your educational experience. And we have residential colleges, so you're housed by your major, which is great. How do you become a Sun Devil? As far as our admission requirements, we require the 16 core competencies there on the left-hand side with 4 years of math and English. And I won't ramble through those, but you can kind of see the 16 core that we're looking at, and then one of the following. And then what will happen is we will review your application. We are on Common App as well as our ASU application and Coalition. And we are test optional, so a test is not required for admission into ASU. So again, 16 core along with one of the following. As far as visit options, we do have a lot of virtual sessions to get involved in. So if you'd like to pop into an admission presentation or hear about our Barrett Honors College or steps to transfer to ASU, anything like that, please check our website for those as well. And again, my name is Jessica Lang, and I look forward to working with you and seeing you on campus. And sorry again for my technical difficulty there at the beginning. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you so much, Jessica, and Arizona State University. No worries. And that is why we work together in this. And next up, we're going to allow for Illinois Central College to get set up and get that screen share going. I do see the Q&A button lighting up, so I'm liking that. I just want to continue to encourage everybody to make sure they're answering questions and just addressing the institution that you want to answer that question. So with that said, we'll leave it over to Illinois Central College.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Rodney R.C. San Jose. I'm the Director for Admissions here at Illinois Central College. We are a community college, so we're really a two-year school. We're 3 hours south of Chicago and 2.5 hours north of St. Louis. What we have here at Illinois Central College is that many of you may not know that we are a community college, that we have in the city of Peoria, or this community here, this area is almost 400,000 people. And that plays a lot in terms of what we have to offer and what our students have to do. Now, our students, we have about 9,000 students here at Illinois Central College, and they represent many states here, not just Illinois, but many states in the Midwest. We do represent 10 countries, so we do have some international students here. And we are a residential campus also. We do have a number of students that are here on campus that commute, but we also have apartments and dorms here on campus, from 1-bedroom to 4-bedroom apartments, which is a little bit unusual for a community college. But with the number of students that we have out of state and international, it's important for us to have that. And many of our students here locally will have that opportunity to do that. We have what's important is that in Peoria or East Peoria in this area is that a lot of our education is many of our students are going part-time and full-time and also working in the area. So we have a lot of manufacturing here in the area. Healthcare is, we're very, very well connected to the healthcare area. But then when the students are not studying or doing co-ops or internships, they also want to make sure they have things to do here in the area. And we have a lot of areas in terms of shopping. If we do that anymore these days, if we probably do a lot more Amazon shopping, but we do have events here during normal non-COVID times. We do have a lot of events here in Central Illinois. Here specifically, we have 3 campuses here that make up our college. We have one that's across the river in Peoria. The main campus is in East Peoria, and then we also have a campus in Pekin. Now, within those 3 campuses, we also have 6 divisions that we have here with over 150 majors. That's very important, as many of our students are working towards a 1 or a 2-year degree. The majority of our students are also looking to transfer onto a 4-year school, and that's very important for us as we develop a lot of partnerships and articulation agreements, a lot of schools where many of our students are accepted to ICC and also accepted to a 4-year school at the same time, where in some cases they're guaranteed admission as long as they have completed a certain GPA. Some of our more popular programs here would be our agriculture program, where many of our students, actually all of our students in our ag program, believe it or not, are not even from Central Illinois. They're all from out of state, which is very unique to that program. And then we send them to state schools, 4-year state schools throughout the country. Definitely our business program with a lot of students interested in the business and engineering, where many of those students will complete their 2 years here. And then we work with you to make sure that your courses not only will transfer, but then they will also count towards your major. Probably the most popular program here at ICC would be our health careers program, since we have such a large hospitals. We have 3 major hospitals we work very closely with, but we have a lot of students that are trying to get into our health careers program. That is also the only program that we have some evaluation for admission in terms of our programs, where we do receive a lot of interest, and we do have selective admission for that program, but all of our other programs are kind of open admission. Compared to a 4-year school where you're setting in test scores and GPA, we kind of have an open admission here in terms of our our classes. And then we just work with you and make sure that your classes will transfer on to a four-year school. Again, as I said, many of our students are in associates or certificate programs, associate in applied science, where many of those students are just looking for 1 year education to go on to work in the work in the workforce. But many of our students, again, are working towards the associates in science and associates in arts, where they are working on their courses here and transferring on to a four-year school. One thing, if you are here in Illinois and you graduate from a two-year school, that you've also completed all the general education requirements to a four-year school here in Illinois, as long as those courses, unless a course is specific for a major. For example, you may have to take a secondary English course because it may have to be a junior level at the four-year school. So that's really it about ICC in terms of what we have to offer. And if you have any questions, I'll stick around for you. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Illinois Central College. We're going to let Spalding University get set up on their screen share. Once they do so, or before they do so, just want to encourage you to check out other sessions that are going on tomorrow night for the second day of the virtual college fair for IACAC. And you can do that by going to strivescan.com/Illinois. And we'll leave the floor over to Spalding University.
Hi. All right. My name is Katie, and I am a senior admissions counselor at Spalding University. For those of you who maybe don't know about Spalding, that's okay. You probably are not alone. We are a small private school in downtown Louisville. And right now it is snowing. We're getting some weather that you guys maybe are a little bit more used to. So it's been a fun day around here. But a little bit of background about Spalding is we were founded in 1814 in Bardstown, Kentucky, which is about 45 minutes south of where we stand today. And we've been in our location since 1920. So we are one of the oldest schools in Kentucky, and we are proud to say we are the most diverse private school in the state of Kentucky as well. I do have this quick little video to show you, so that way you don't have to just listen to me the whole time. All right, I always like to show that because I think it does a great job just hitting on some high points, especially when we only have a few minutes together during these times. So I also want to make sure I note on some of how do you get into Spalding? We have a few different ways to get in. So the first and most common way is our automatic admission, a 2.5 weighted GPA and a 20 on the ACT, and I believe that's a 930 on the SAT, will automatically get you into Spalding University. We are also test optional. We went test optional pre-COVID, and we plan on staying test optional afterwards as well, which I think is always a good question to ask. The way it works at Spalding is if you have a 3.0 weighted GPA or higher, you have the option on sending in that test score. If you have not been able to take the ACT or SAT for whatever reason, just let me know and I will work with you on getting that taken care of, or different workarounds we have if you do not have a 3.0. Now, if you don't meet either of those requirements, it's okay. We still have other options for you. We just want to get to know you a little bit better. So we're going to have you write a personal statement. This is no longer than a page. While we are on the Common App, this is something that we send separately from those essays you write, just because there's some specific questions we want to ask that our admissions committee has found over the years are good indicators for your success in college. Because at the end of the day, we know that you're making a huge investment and we want to be mindful of that spending. One of my favorite things about Spalding, and I think the things that our students love the most too, is our block schedule. So this is something that's very unique to us. I believe there's a school in Iowa that does something similar, but that's the closest we have. We are still a semester-based schedule. It's just with inside that semester, we break it down a little different. So as you'll see, we do, instead of being, well, let me take a step back. To be a full-time student in college, you have to be in at least 4 or 5 classes at a time to make sure you keep your scholarships, financial aids, grants, loans, all that good stuff. The way it works with us is you're still going to do that, but maybe in block 1, you're just going to take 1 or 2 classes. You're going to take those classes for 6 weeks, and then you're going to get a week off. And you're going to come back, you're going to do another 1 or 2 classes, get a week off. As long as you're taking 4 classes within each semester, you're a full-time student. 5 is the sweet spot. This is very beneficial to student athletes. This is beneficial to, honestly, any major can find a way to make it work in their favor as well, because having the option of only taking 1 class, that's awesome. So any student athlete or someone who's considering playing a sport, just think of how much less stressful your life would be if you just had to take 1 class during the height of your season. Same with Spalding is we have Kentucky's first nursing program. It's one of our flagship programs on campus, which means that anatomy is very hard. It's one of the most popular classes to take. Notice I said popular, not favorite class, but it is definitely everyone's favorite class to take by itself. It's a good indicator to see, okay, is this really the major I want to do? Am I going to be successful in this? And then kind of grow off of it. So that's kind of the way that is set up, and I think our students love it and they benefit from it quite a bit too. The other thing I'd like to mention real quick is our scholarships and financial aid, because I know you heard me say that we're a private school, and I know your first thought was expensive. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh no, we're cheap, blah blah blah, because that's, you know, every school is working on becoming more affordable. So this is our way. These are awarded based on GPA and test score, but they're not together. So going back to the test, if you do not choose to send us a test score, you can still receive the base award, and then the bonus award gets added on at the end. Oh, wrong way. The other thing, I just want to make sure you guys get my contact information. Please reach out to me with any questions you have. Our application is free, and it is at spalding.edu. No U in Spalding. And we're also on the Common App. So thank you guys for your time tonight. Everyone stay warm, stay safe, and stay healthy.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Spalding University. And we're going to get over to Roosevelt University and allow them to get their screen share up and running. Other than that, loving seeing the Q&A box light up there, as well as just making sure that you're going to strivescan.com and checking in on that day 2 of this virtual college fair as well. But I know that our institutions and presenters love to answer those questions. Just make sure that you're addressing them so they know which question to answer. And we'll leave it over to Roosevelt University.
Okay, good evening, everybody. My name's Lori Cohn, and I am an admission counselor at Roosevelt University. I work primarily at our Schaumburg campus, and as I go through the presentation here, we'll talk about the various campuses. Of course, during COVID, our campuses are not open other than for essential services and essential courses, courses like laboratories where you must be in class, sitting in front of your microscope or burner or whatever the case may be. Talk just real briefly about the history of Roosevelt. We are a social justice institution. And what does that mean? It really comes from the way the institution was originally founded back in the 1940s. The president of what was then the YMCA colleges in Chicago was ordered by the board of directors of that group to start keeping quotas on how many black students were attending, how many Jewish students were attending, how many Japanese students, Asian students, Mexican students, all the minority students. And the president refused. And after a back and forth with the trustees of the YMCA college, the president resigned, took several hundred students and faculty with him, and formed what would become Roosevelt University. And the threads of that social justice foundation run through every course to this day. The concept back then was any student that's academically qualified to have a higher education should be able to attend school and pursue that education regardless of their ethnicity, their race, etc. That changed the national landscape of higher education back in the 1940s. And to this day, as I mentioned, it doesn't matter what program you pursue, you'll find elements of that running through everything. If you, for instance, pursue an accounting degree, you may well find that at tax season, you get the opportunity to go out into the community and help people prepare their taxes in disadvantaged communities. There's a wide variety of those types of opportunities that run through the university. Touch on academics. We have currently 70 different areas of study. Most of our programs, virtually all of them, are 120 credit semester programs. What does that mean? It means if you're going to school full-time, typically 15 credits per semester, your bachelor's degree will take 4 years. We have 6 different colleges. We, last year in March, merged with Robert Morris University, also in the Chicago area. And the 6 colleges that are represented now by the merger of those 2 schools are College of Arts and Sciences, our Business College, College of Education. You may have heard of the Chicago College of Performing Arts. That's part of Roosevelt University. We now have a Science, Health, and Pharmacy College. And lastly, Robert Morris Experiential College. So lots of different options in terms of different degrees to pursue. Right now, again, during COVID, things are kind of on hold. Our plan is to go back to full campus life as that existed before COVID by next fall. We have 25 different athletic teams, and we are part of the NAIA, the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics. One of the things that I personally enjoy the most, as I mentioned, Chicago College of Performing Arts is part of Roosevelt University. There are over 200 student and faculty performances every year. Many of those are available via Zoom even before COVID. And they're available in person to students and faculty, typically at no charge by just registering for those events. Last week, there was a colloquium by one of the professors of music at Roosevelt. And as part of the performance, the professor showed how this symphony was constructed. All the sheet music, the notes, not to forget this, not to focus too strongly on piano. Where does the oboe come in? It was fascinating to somebody who loves music but is not really schooled in how you construct something like a symphony, to watch how all these pieces were constructed and then the performance of the musical piece, which was so powerful. How do you build tension in this piece? How do you resolve it into kind of a joyful section at the end? It really is a wonderful thing for me. And as I mentioned, a lot of these performances are available just by signing up and walking on. We have several different spots where students live on campus. The blue building that you see in the foreground here, the tall blue building, is our main residence hall, as well as business offices and classrooms. We have roughly 600 students that live in this building. If you're familiar at all with downtown Chicago, this is right in the heart of downtown Chicago. You can see the L train, coming right past the university here. This building is the original building that Roosevelt was founded in, and about a half a block away, we have a building called University Center, which is typically where upperclassmen live if they want to live on campus. These are more apartment style units that they live in. Again, half a block from class and right in the heart of downtown Chicago. There are a number of universities in this area. There are roughly 65,000 students living in the downtown Chicago area, taking classes and forming what's called the educational corridor. So you can imagine at night the restaurants and pizza places are just full of students, wonderful conversations, lots of activities. Why choose Roosevelt? The one thing I tend to point out most frequently is the degree of interaction between students and their faculty and other students. 53% of our classes have fewer than 20 students. You oppose that to a state-run institution where you may sit in a lecture hall with hundreds of students, and you can see how much more interaction you're likely to have, how much more you'll get to know your other students and your professors. We have an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So if you are interested in getting involved in a research project, or you simply want to answer something that came up in class today, you have tremendous access to faculty and to the other students that you're networking with in your classrooms. We have a variety of programs to help you succeed in whatever your next step is in life. Do you want to step into a career? We have counseling. We have student organizations, many of which are specific to certain careers. We have honors and learning commons. Maybe you want to step into a master's degree after you take your bachelor's. We want to help you with that. So a variety and quite a few different programs to help you step into whatever you feel that next step is for you and succeed and hit the ground running. A little bit about admission and the scholarship opportunities. Very simple to apply. Simply go to roosevelt.edu/apply and click on the tab, fill out the online application, submit it online. There's no fee for that, and have your previous school send in copies of your transcripts. They'll know how to do that. Those transcripts go to our processing department at our Schaumburg campus. But again, your school will know how to do that. And if not, you can simply go online again to roosevelt.edu and do a little research on where to send the transcript, and you'll get the answer. Freshmen, we trust you to self-report your cumulative high school GPA. We are test optional as well. The SAT and ACT are optional. We do, however, award scholarships based on combination of your GPA and your test scores. So you at some point you do want to send those in to us to be considered for scholarship opportunities. Transfer students, it's even easier. We don't need your high school information at all. Just simply submit your application, as I mentioned, and then any transcripts from previous schools. Scholarships range for freshmen from $8,000 to $10,000, and for the need-based portion of that range from $900 to $9,900. These are all available to both freshmen and transfer students. The need-based portion is based on your FAFSA, so please get that in if you haven't already done that. We also offer Phi Theta Kappa and STAR scholarship amounts of $1,000 and Dreamer Grant in the amount of $7,500. We put together a financial aid package for every student. That includes potential grants, work study, and loans that will be available to you. What are the next steps? You can go online and request a virtual appointment to talk with any admission counselor. You can check out our tour videos to see the Chicago campus, and by going on and clicking on our events tab, find out what events are coming up. And the admission email address is admission@roosevelt.edu, or go to roosevelt.edu/visit. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Roosevelt University. And we're going to move on to Milwaukee School of Engineering, allow them to get some time to get the screen share up. Again, if you have any questions, please direct them to the institution that you would like to answer that question in the Q&A box, and sign up for any other sessions tomorrow that are going on for this virtual college fair at strivescan.com/Illinois. And we're going to leave the floor over to Milwaukee School of Engineering.
All right, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining tonight. So we are the Milwaukee School of Engineering. As our name says, we are located in downtown Milwaukee. We're located on the east side. We have a lot of different things in the area, very accessible, very walkable city here in Milwaukee. We're about a few blocks away from the Fiserv Forum, which is the stadium for the Milwaukee Bucks, as well as a huge concert venue for us. We also have a lot of different museums, festivals, theaters. We have 17 museums in Milwaukee, 25 theaters, 30 different seasonal festivals, one of them being Summerfest, which is the largest music festival in the country. And we also have over 100 miles of hiking and biking trails in the area as well. Here at MSOE, we do have a 4-year graduation guarantee. That is, if a student has their major decided by the beginning of their sophomore year, then they are guaranteed to graduate in 4 years with us. We have a student to faculty ratio of 13:1. We want to make sure that you have access to all your professors at any time that you could possibly need them. They are required to have office hours, which is also great for you. Just pop on in and say hi. And they are required to at least have 7 years experience in the field before coming to teach at Milwaukee School of Engineering. We do have 15 majors and 13 minors with this very specialized education. We really focus on hands-on experiences at MSOE. So you'll be taking labs with that hands-on experience, anything that you could possibly need at your fingertips. So we then also have a 96% placement rate. That means that 96% of our students graduating out of any particular year is that they are guaranteed, or 96% of our students do have a job opportunity lined up before they graduate, or 6 months post-graduation. With that being said, our average starting salary for our students is $65,000 a year. So also a really great bonus for those students as well. We have a lot of variety of things for students to do here on campus. Though we are known as an academically rigorous university, there are some fun things to do here. Like I said, not only those activities in the city of Milwaukee, but then we also have over 20 different NCAA Division III varsity sports. Our most popular that we love to support here is actually our men's hockey team. Great program here for that. We also have over 90 different organizations here, either a club or other organizations that could be from educational, professional, Greek life, robotics, gaming, volunteer, music. So anything that you could probably think of, again, we definitely do have. If there's anything that you would like to start here on campus, you're more than welcome to do that. That's actually how our drone racing team, as well as our unicycling team got started. So if you have an interest, definitely bring it to the school. Like I said, our classes are held all in person, all of our labs are held in person with that hands-on experience taught by those professors who have at least 7 to 10 years experience in the industry. And we do have residential halls on our campus available for all of our students, but we do have a 2-year requirement, their freshman and sophomore years to stay on campus with us. We are currently building a new tower. It's going to be called Beats Tower. It's going to be a brand new learning living community for our students. So great space for you to take some more classes. You'll have learning and study hubs in there, also a small mini market in there. Even though we are a small campus, on a cold day like today, it's kind of nice not to have to leave your room for a nice treat. And a good point here is that 100% of our students do receive financial aid from MSOE through grants and scholarships. So one of them is our merit-based scholarship, and that is actually students, depending on your GPA and our programs to get in, a student can have a scholarship for 4 years, up to 6 years, between $12,000 and $24,000. Once again, that is based off of your GPA. So the higher your GPA is on a 4-point scale, the more you'll receive in scholarship aid. Here is a list of our academic majors, anywhere from actuarial, we have nursing. Our nursing program is one of our largest growing here at MSOE. So that actually started in 1995. So we're really blessed and very happy to have that with us on campus. Like I said, we are a 4-year graduation guarantee if you have that major picks by the beginning of your sophomore year. But if you also see here, a lot of them are correlated together as well. So our civil and our construction management students, they might have the possibility of being a little bit more flexible. And there's also students who have a crossbreed of what they would actually like to be doing here. So you might have a mechanical engineer also want to be studying electrical. So it's really nice that we have that crossover as well. All right, so quick here, a really easy application that we have online at msoe.edu/apply. It is a free application on our website. We also are a part of Common App if that's something you want to use as well. And then it takes about 15 minutes to do online. Like I said, pretty easy to do. We do not require any letters of recommendation or test. We are still test optional as well. So a really nice, easy way to visit us or to apply to us. We are still doing in-person visits here on campus, so feel free to go at msoe.edu/visit to come and schedule a tour with us. You can also just visit our visit page to find more information about our programs. We have webinars for all of our different programs, so a little bit more in depth. And also all of those are shared with our, or directed by our directors of those programs. So great facts and information there. And just let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm here to help, all right? You guys have a good night.
Thank you, Milwaukee School of Engineering. And last but not least, we're going to go over to Lake Forest College and allow them to get set up. Please use this opportunity to get any last questions that you have into the Q&A, and we'll leave the floor over to Lake Forest College.
Thank you so much. My name is Mike Cohen. Hi, everyone. Thanks for sticking with us. I am our Director of Admission and Strategic Development at Lake Forest. I'm joined by my wonderful colleague, Emily Grimm, one of our Associate Directors, and we're thrilled to talk a little bit about Lake Forest this evening. So one of the things that we wanted to do initially is just give you a sense of the institution itself. We're a small liberal arts college just north of the city of Chicago. And as a small private institution of 1,600 students, we really want to make sure that we encapsulate an environment that looks like the world. So half of our students come from Illinois, and the other half of our students come from out of state. We have nearly every state represented, almost 100 countries represented on our campus as well. Our students can earn up to $30,000 in merit scholarships as they work through their academics. And for us, the pragmatism of the liberal arts is a key in how we work with our students. And so as we think about the academic programs at Lake Forest, we want to make sure that all of our students have the ability to find employment or go to graduate school afterwards. So every year, the number is more than 95%. This last class, 98% of our graduates were either placed in jobs or in graduate school after completing their education at Lake Forest College.
And kind of going into a little bit more about what makes us stand out as a small private liberal arts institution. As Mike mentioned, it's that pragmatic approach to the liberal arts. So what that means for students is that we really encourage and foster learning outside of the classrooms, so through some form of experiential learning, whether that's an internship, study abroad, our In the Loop program, research. We've got a number of opportunities for students to really take the theories that you learn in the classroom and apply them to real world situations. Going into that with that career preparation too, we have a very individualized attention and a very individualized approach within our Career Advancement Center. This really is designed to help you find the right path for you, whatever that may look like after you leave Lake Forest College. So as Mike mentioned, that 98% is really due to that individualized attention that you'll receive from day one as a Forester. We really focus on developing you throughout your entire time instead of just focusing on a small time. And so there's different milestones, there's different events that they host to make sure that we're helping you on your path towards your future career. We also pride ourselves on being so close to the city of Chicago. We actually refer to it as our second classroom. And in a normal year, we would have over 200 trips into the city for our courses each academic year. And this doesn't include all of the times that our students are just going into the city for fun. So it's really nice too, because being so close to the city allows our students to have access to global brands and companies that for internships that they may be interested in. So, some of those would be like the Art Institute of Chicago or Citigroup, Goldman Sachs. Those are just some examples in the Chicagoland area, Abbott, AbbVie. So those are just some examples for you as to where our students go for internships and jobs as well. And then finally, this final pillar of diversity, we're very proud of that diverse campus. And obviously that's reflected in our student population. We have diversity in every sense of that word. And what's great is that this really allows you to have that global perspective both in and out of the classroom and working with students that may be different than you and learning more about who everybody is and seeing all the different contributions that everyone brings to our classroom experience. And obviously we may be close by, we may be in your backyard. It could be 10, 15 minutes away, 30, 45 minutes away. But the benefit of being close here is that you really have access to the same resources. You get the full college experience. You really get to go and be off on your own, find that independence, be that college student, but you're able to go home when you want to and really kind of maintain that resource and that support system. And for our students that may be coming from outside of the country or outside of the Chicagoland area, your familiarity with the city can kind of help allow you to be that tour guide to show them all the really fun places to go and all the great food that you're going to want to eat.
So one of the things that we really concentrate on is not just the experience that students have when they're on campus, but also thinking about what our students need to be successful in the future and responding to what our students are looking for in their experience. And so one of the things that we've been doing during this pandemic is actually renovating and expanding our largest academic building on campus. So Brown Hall, which houses many of our academic departments in the social sciences and the humanities, as well as in economics, business, and finance, is actually being completely renovated and will be opening or reopening, I should say, in the fall. We've added varsity lacrosse as well. And so those teams will be starting next fall. And those teams already have a significant number of first-year students who have committed to being on those rosters. We take a look at different academic areas and how we can expand those. So we have our new health professions program, which is a partnership we have with Rosalind Franklin, who's just up the road for us, that allows us to have accelerated pathways in various health fields, as well as starting our data science program. And this has become an extremely popular major of ours just in the last couple of years. One of the things that comes with all this, right, is the cost of attending the college. And so we want to make this affordable for students. We want to make sure that we can make it work. And so what you see here is kind of our scholarship grid. And so we provide opportunities for students to be able to identify based on their GPA, based on their test score, the type of merit aid that they can expect based on how they've done in high school. We'll layer on need-based aid on top of that through the FAFSA for students who are eligible for the state MAP grant or the federal Pell Grant to provide an actual cost of attendance to identify what the actual price is versus the sticker price of the institution.
And we are open for visits. We have in-person options as well as virtual options available. So depending on your comfort level, we would love to see you on campus and learn, see our facilities for yourself. You can schedule a visit at lakeforest.edu/visit. We also have a virtual tour option too, if you're not quite ready to come to campus just yet. And then finally, we also have a self-guided tour. So if you're looking to just come walk around campus on your own and kind of see everything for yourself, there is a self-guided tour available on our website. And Mike and I are here to answer any questions. Our contact information is available on the screen here. So please feel free to reach out to us if there's anything that we can do to help you as you navigate your college search. And thank you all for your time tonight.
All right, thank you so much, Lake Forest College. And to close us out, just a few little notes. There's going to be a quick survey after you close the window. It's a 4-question survey, so make sure you check and fill that out. And then for any more sessions, as I've stated throughout the session tonight, you can sign up for the second day of the virtual fair at strivescan.com/Illinois. And if you want to check out the recording from tonight, you can do so by going to the same page that you registered on, and that will be up in about a week. Have a great night, everybody, and good luck in the college search process. Thank you.